Let's talk about manifesting your love life. And specifically, where is the line drawn between manifesting your lover, between living in delusion and actually being obsessed? Now, I'm choosing this topic because there are many people who want to have a lover, who want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, a husband or wife or a partner, someone they love, someone they can live with. Many people look at manifestation as the main thing to go to because, hey, mainstream, this is a buzzword, it gets a lot of attention, and it seems like it's some sort of a magical technique that will get you what you want really fast and easily. For some, it works, for some, it's like a never ending torture where you keep on doing, working, taking actions, waiting, believing, and still see no results. And you live in a cycle where you believe you're going to get something, but it's never actually going to happen. And I think it's an important topic because a lot of people have someone they love that they want to manifest. They have the person, and whether they have the courage to go and talk to them and take action, or they have fell in love with a movie star, a celebrity, and now they want to live with that person. And that's where it becomes difficult. Because when we're talking about manifestation, and all of these topics, there are many teachers, and there's many opinions and techniques and truths and whatever as there are teachers or people who share what they think. In this whole topic, we have to find a basic ground. And so let's say when it comes to manifestation, a lot of people will go to Neville Goddard. For those that wrote A Secret, maybe Joe Dispenza, you hear a bunch of stories, success stories of how lives are changed with our thoughts alone. You're sitting, feeling, thinking, and there it is. The thing you wanted most is right here in front of you. Amazing. You hear celebrities. Jim Carrey dreaming about the house and, driving and writing his own bank check and how much money he's gonna have in the future and just believing he has it. And boom, it happens. Like, amazing. So many stories, and people buy into those and think that their life will be just as easy, or at least they will, like, receive the same results. Yay, great. It's good to have optimism. It's good to have the belief that you can make it work. Yet there are certain equations, like for example, manifestation. You need to think properly. You need to feel properly. Thinking as if your future is your past, as if you already have the thing you want and you already settled. And taking action is one of the most important things that people forget. Like, okay, there's a guy in front of me that I like. And I can just play the movie in front of me of the dream life I would like to have with him. But if I'm never gonna walk up and say, "Hi, what's your name? How you doing? I actually like you. Maybe we can have a conversation, whatever." Just take action, do something. If I'm never gonna do that step, I can dream all I want, it's not gonna happen. When it comes to manifestation, it becomes pretty magical. Manifestation is magical, but is because it's more like an art and science of aligning your desires and energy and thoughts and actions into getting what you want. It starts with believing that whatever you want is achievable. To have trust in yourself, life, universe, whatever. People will believe in God, people will have faith in religion, people will believe certain deities, people will believe life. Like everyone has their own understanding of life, and this is fine. If that helps you, great. But then there's a part of feeling, embodying the emotions that your desire is already achieved. You already have what you want. And that's the hard part, because feeling that as if your future is your past. If you are trying to manifest love, you have to live as if you already have it. To live as if that person is with you. To live as if you are already eating together, going on dates together, as if you already had a great intimate moment and you're just super duper satisfied in your life. But if this is what you want, and you're like, okay, for 5 minutes, you're focused on that end goal of how great it would be to just hold hands, and maybe you already had this imagination in your head of living your future as it is your past. As in, I have a lover, but I'm manifesting it, so I already have him. So, hey, we already ate dinner, we watched a movie, we had a great intimate time, and we're just both cuddling up, and it feels great. And you're just sitting there for a few minutes creating that image. You're smiling, your posture is gonna, of course, like affect your body chemistry. Great. But that's just a few minutes. But how about your everyday life, where you wake up and you look around and you're alone? And you might feel lonely, and you have no one to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner with. And you feel like you don't want to go out anywhere because you don't have anyone to go with. Hmm. And all of these limitations where you feel like, well, I don't have a partner, and all of these conversations we're not having, and you look at others and you feel bad or sad, it's gonna affect it. Because, like, every single thing you think and feel, it is like a written script of what you are manifesting. Every single thought throughout the day is a script for tomorrow. And if today or yesterday or throughout like last year you've generated a bunch of thoughts of how lonely and sad and depressed you are because you don't have a partner, because you've tried and they rejected you, because you've tried and they didn't respond, because they're overseas or they never notice you, and you never get that answer, it becomes difficult. But day to day, are you living in a way to manifest that, or you have a time where you want something and then here's the reality, you're alone and you're disappointed and you're not feeling good. And for a lot of people will be like, fuck, how many times and how many scripts have you wrote that are negative? Every single thought and feeling state that leads to the outcome of today. It is hard. And then there's taking action. Manifesting. Well, there's a person you want, so you're gonna walk up to them, talk to them, call them, do something, get their number, invite them somewhere, ask them out, whatever. You're taking action, you're doing something to get them. And there's a part where you need to get that feedback or a response to continue the process. Because this is where a difficult point appears. People will live years and years of their life trying to manifest something that in fact they will never ever get. And where is it? The manifestation, or actually living in delusion, or actually being obsessed? Obsessed. Yeah, sorry about that. For a lot of people, it's a scenario of falling in love with a celebrity. You see someone in a movie or a TV show, maybe you're listening to music and there's a person like, wow, love them. And you become dedicated. Maybe finding out their email address or writing letters or going to their concerts or trying to meet them in real life. You find out their schedule and maybe you're going to appear somewhere and take action and do something. Like, people go lengths for what they want. And it doesn't have to be someone big. It can be someone close to you. Maybe you fell in love with your coworker. Maybe just a person across the street. And it's great to think about your future life and how great it's going to be. But it's that, I like Joe Dispenza saying, think of a person you want to have. That perfect partner. That husband or wife with all the abilities or, whatever. Describe it the way you want. Now become that. Because in order to have what you want, you have to be that. Would you date yourself? Would you fall in love with yourself the way you are right now? Look at your qualities, your life, your thinking, your feeling state. How lovable are you to yourself? And that's big because if you're feeling like crap, if you're not accepting yourself, if you're not doing good and you want something better, when you go and meet that person, you're going to project the crap that you don't like about yourself. Because you can wear a mask and pretend to be the self that, look at me, I'm great. A lot of people get into relationships where for the beginning of their relationship, for the first months, they were wearing a mask, pretending to be their best selves. But that's really difficult because when you get together and the person falls in love with your projection, and finally you feel safe enough to take off that mask and be yourself. Are you lovable enough to yourself and that person? Did they fall in love with you the way you are, or with what you projected to them? And a lot of people will feel like they're unsafe. Maybe, there's something in the background getting in the way. And it becomes difficult. So there's a part where you can manifest. You can have a certain thoughts and energy and take actions that will lead to a certain result. And for me, what happened? I was able to manifest people I wanted in my life. Not just people, events, places, things. I'm not saying I'm a pro manifester, but when I was a kid, it worked. When I was a teen, I was looking like, what did I do that made it happen? And I was able to repeat it again and again. It doesn't work every single time on absolutely everything. But it's basically like, okay, there's a thing I want. A person, maybe living in a certain place, maybe having a certain thing, maybe having a certain career, maybe just having something in my life. Like, oh, look, 5 years ago, I made a YouTube video where I say, like, I want to have 5,000 YouTube subscribers. Great, yeah. What did I do? Was it my goal? Like, okay, this is what I want to achieve. Like, no, like, something I focus, like, it's good to dream about, it's good to think about, maybe something I would like to achieve at some time. So great, I have something I'm focusing on. Then I believe that it's possible to achieve. I know that if I put in action, it's achievable. Watching YouTube videos, watching people, listening to podcasts, reading articles on things that will help you to get there. Techniques, maybe the way I talk, maybe editing videos, maybe certain topics, but there are a bunch of things, like a cluster that builds like, okay, I can focus on this, talk about that, do this, say that, and boom, end result. There's a video, and I upload it. And look, over 1,000 videos. Took a lot of time, but here I am. Really grateful that people follow me. A lover, few of them. My first relationship and the current relationship. First relationship is like falling in love with a person who is overseas. Oh my God, 5,000 miles apart. That's difficult, especially if they don't know you exist. Definitely difficult. But it would not be possible to make it happen if that person did not knew that I existed forever. But I was able to reach out. I was able to have a conversation. I was able to find common topics to talk about. I was able to get involved. I was able to buy a ticket. I was able to travel. And doing a lot of things that made it happen. Great. Current relationship. That didn't work, right? But I had it. I had it, and I'm really happy where I am right now because it's even better like a billion times. But again, there it is. Person that I really like. And there you go. Taking action, doing something, getting the response in life is the important part of that equation of manifestation. But you have to look at, there's the end result. Like maybe you have the house you want to live in, maybe there's a career, maybe you want your life a certain way. You see the end result where you want to be. So you already saw it all happen. Now there's going to be thousands and millions of little steps and events throughout your day that will lead you there. Will you take them? And will you see the results to see that you are moving forward? making videos to get to 5,000 subscribers. I was grateful for the very first 10. 40 views on YouTube, I'm celebrating. Now people are like, I'm not getting thousands of views, like, I'm being shadow banned. I got a few hundred views, and I'm really happy that someone's watching me. I appreciate every single person that's here, but I'm in the process of, I put in effort, I take action, I believe that there's a thing I want to achieve, and I see results. Little by little, I'm getting there. Am I, look at me, mainstream, I have millions of views and I'm making money off YouTube, that's amazing. No, that's not my life. I don't even think it's gonna happen at all, ever. But look at me, still doing this thing because we'll see. So, manifestation, you believe in something, you feel a certain way, you live as if your future is your past, and you take actions that will lead you there. And you notice your progression. Little feedback from life, from people. You take it in as if, hey, I'm winning, I'm moving closer. She smiled, he looked at me, he said thank you, whatever. But you notice and you take a win. Because living in delusion is when you're putting in effort, writing, doing something, and never get a response. And that's the harder part. Think of, for example, celebrities. A lot of people fall in love with them. They have a family, they have a love life. They don't have to be super big Hollywood sellouts, not pedophiles. We're not talking about those. But someone decent who made a career, is somewhat famous, so you saw them. They have family, they have kids, they are already living their dream life. They have already everything they want. Perfection. And they're enjoying that. And they're protecting what they have, taking care of that. They're not taking actions that will ruin it. And now there's a person who fell in love with that celebrity. And that person keeps on writing letters, emails, keeps on calling, lives their life believing as if, acting as if. All of these thoughts of me and Jimmy, or me and Sarah, or whoever. Just painting their life with us together, living well. But it's never happening because that person is already living their dream life, and you are trying to create something that's not gonna happen. Like what? You want to ruin that person's dream life? Take away everything they have, ruin the relationship to just enjoy yourself? Great. In order to manifest, you have to be selfish, of course. But again, there's a line. How selfish do you want to be? That person doesn't even know you. Will you two be a thing? Will you two come along? Can you communicate? Can you like each other? Of course, you might be obsessed with them. You might love them the way they are and everything you hear about them. Do you see their true side? Do you see the way they act? There's a lot of things that come together, and that delusion is very saddening because so many people put in efforts painting that perfect life without ever getting a proper response or feedback from life that will show them that there is a single result. When there are no results for a long period of time, you might want to change your goal. Rethink the way things are. Maybe change the course of your actions. Because if you keep on writing a bunch of emails to a person you love, but never getting a response, you might go as crazy as traveling and trying to meet them and have a conversation. Have a conversation in which you will tell that person that you love them, you want to live with them and everything, and have the feedback of them rejecting you, telling that they already have that dream life they have, and you take in that slap in the face and finally change your goal because you got the answer. No, they don't want you. And being rejected, abandoned, unaccepted is very difficult. Very hard for people to take in. Hearing a no, it's always unpleasant, right? But I think it's also like a must be in this equation to get out of that delusion. Otherwise, you waste your life wishing for something to happen, and your life becomes, it's like pointless. Wasting your time and energy and thoughts and efforts for something that's never ever gonna happen. And it is sad to live in a way where you will never get that result. You might as well take that slap in the face, deal with it, be sad, be depressed, be mad, life isn't fair, and then find something that at least will make you happy. Because for a lot of people, they're already feeling bad. They're living trying to pretend that they're feeling good, trying to manifest something that they're not gonna get. And living in that delusion is like a cycle that's never-ending torture. So it's like take the slap in the face, suffer for a while, get back on your feet and find something that's gonna make you happy. Something new. Otherwise, that delusion and possession, I think like it's probably like one of the worst entrapments a person can experience here, to live and waste everything. Like in life, a lot of people will, you look at basic human needs, that contribution. People live on that to get feedback that they are doing something right. Working as a massage therapist, the biggest feedback is a person's body. They come in with pains and aches and tension and, maybe having their hips on the line or something. You work on them and boom, like, oh, no, I don't feel pain anymore. Look, I can lift my arm. Oh, my hips are in place. You see progress. You see a response from the body. Doing sessions with people, having a conversation, like, you do have the job, maybe 20%. But the person has to do the rest. They have to deal with their emotions. They have to change their lifestyle. They have to take action. And if they're never going to do that, that work is unsatisfying because people keep on coming back with, fix me, but I'm not going to do anything. And you know that their life is not going to change. And they might throw money at you, but is it even worth taking? Because it's not going to make you feel any happier knowing that there will be no results. So that contribution of giving is, it's like Christmas. Imagine giving people gifts without ever seeing them open them and being happy. You're just giving things away. And that's it. And you know that they will not open it and they will not feel happy. Is it worth it? Not really. But when people gather together and you give them something and they open it and you see that happiness, curiosity, interest, a little change in how they feel, that makes you feel better. That's the whole point of giving. It's like seeing someone smile, helping. You see them doing better. Imagine like, okay, helping a homeless person. You know they might buy a drink again, but that drink will lift their suffering for a little bit. But if you do something and see zero results, like pretty much you're gonna stop soon. So same with the manifestation. Manifestation is great when you're taking actions and you're seeing results. For example, like buying lottery tickets. Okay, one ticket, second ticket, third ticket, fourth ticket, nothing, 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 nothing. You didn't win. Seven ticket, 10 ticket. Oh look, $5. Woo! But you got a response. Hey, even though I lost a lot, there's a possibility of winning something. It's not impossible. And then you might spend the rest of your money and see no results at all. For some people, it's like that. The chances and everything else, the game is rigged, of course. But in life, you're going to manifest something if you will see a response, feedback, progress. Something has to get back where you take a win. Even the smallest steps, smallest details, you have to pay attention and take a win on those. Otherwise, this whole manifestation becomes delusional. Living in wanting something that's never going to happen. I think it's a massive topic. I don't think I did a good job breaking it down or exploring it too much, but I think it's worth looking at it and confronting it that sometimes people need a slap in the face to wake up and maybe change a goal. Or if you're not seeing results, you might change your actions at least a little bit to see if there's going to be a result, or to see if you need to change your course of actions or change your target in the first place. That being said, please share your opinion. Have you been able to manifest something that might have seemed impossible? Or maybe you're a great manifester, or maybe you feel like, yeah, you're trying to manifest, but nothing's working and it feels kind of delusional. If you have your own story to share, please leave a comment. If not, well, I'll make more videos soon. So thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.